So today was dubbed as a huge day for Labour, as they laid out their plans for change after a nightmare start. Despite the Prime Minister saying he won't let down the British people on immigration, it wasn't one of his main milestones in today's plan for change. Understandably, following this speech, most of the journalists' comments were regarding immigration. One particular journalist called out his lies with regard to it, and he replied back with a bag of air. In today's video, we will watch and react, whilst also going over all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community.
Before we get into today's video, let's take a moment to talk about something that affects all of us: online privacy. Be honest, have you ever been waiting for an important email? Maybe it's an update on a job application or the results of a test you took. You hear that notification, you get excited, and then it's just an email ad for something you thought about buying recently. Creepy, right? Well, here's the thing. Most email services can read your emails and use your data to target you with ads, which is why we get those random ads in our email boxes. That's why I switched to Proton Mail. And trust me, you'll want to as well. Proton Mail is an encrypted email service that keeps your messages and attachments private. With end-to-end encryption and zero-access encryption, even Proton Mail can't read your emails, which makes sense since they want to give you 100% privacy. Whether you're protecting sensitive information, avoiding phishing scams with their fish guard, or just tired of being tracked online, Proton Mail has your back. And it's not just email. Proton offers a full suite of tools to help you de-Google your life, encrypted file storage, a VPN, and even a password manager. It's all about putting control back in your hands. Now you're probably thinking that switching from your current provider will be a fuss. Well, it's not. Just a few clicks and you're all set. If you value your privacy and want to break free from big tech, it's time to make that switch. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to sign up for Proton Mail today. Protect your inbox, protect your life.
Let's have a watch of this.
Confused. You say migration in this country under the Tories is unforgivable. You said borders are one of your top 2 priorities. You put tackling small boats into your mission promises before the election, adding it to your 5 missions. And yet on the banners behind you, there's nothing there. In the 6 milestones of measurement, there's nothing there. So you have not given the public one metric on which to measure you when it comes to migration. Is that because you fear failure, or is it because you said it was a priority to win, but actually it's not even in your top 6? Thank you.
No, Beth. The way we've constructed it is that there are foundational things that a government must do, and they are based on security. So national security is obvious, but border security is equally obvious in my view. And that's why I've said we are committed to bringing down immigration, both legal and illegal. We must stop people crossing in boats across the Channel, and we have to get to grips with the volume of regular migration we have in this country. The statistics last week were shocking. Net migration of nearly 1 million, quadrupled in just 4 short years. It is the duty of government to bring that down. It is our duty to do it, and that's why I said it out in my speech, that that is what we would do, and we will do it. The missions are then the additional things that we want the government to do, the change that we want to bring about, and that's why we set them out in our manifesto. Each of the chapters in our manifesto was an example of how we would deliver that, and the plan for change then takes them forward with measurable milestones so that the public can see whether we're making the progress that we need to make in the missions. But the foundation is still the foundational stone on which this is built, which of course includes as an integral part border security. Thank you, Beth. Robert.
So many words, so little substance. Absolutely no answer, as always. Yes, we are committed to tackling this problem. The number and are astounding. So yes, we are committed to tackling this problem. Rest assured, we still want to tackle this problem. Well done to the journalist for calling him out. He has no answers. This is only going to get worse for him. We know it. And the media have realized it. All his answers are word salad. The more he tells us what he is going to do, the more we just don't believe him. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. In other news, World War II veteran Anne Puckridge has shared her bitter disappointment. after having a request to meet Sir Keir Starmer denied. Puckridge, 99, wanted to meet the Prime Minister to discuss the government's policy of freezing the state pensions of some British citizens who live overseas. She is one of just over 453,000 British pensioners living abroad who do not get any annual rise in their state pension. After travelling from her home in Canada to lobby the government, Starmer spurned her advances due to pressures on his diary, but she was granted a meeting with Pensions Minister Emma Reynolds. Speaking on the news, Puckridge said the policy has stripped her and others of their dignity, and her trip to the UK has offered no hope of change. In a message to the PM, she said, "Your response today regarding frozen pensions was a bitter disappointment. Not only to me, but to roughly 500,000 pensioners dotted around the world. It's been a great shock to us to realise that we've been discarded by our own government. We hope he will remedy this. We've been stripped of all dignity and all the extra comforts of life for which we contributed all the time we were working." Puckridge arrived in Canada in 2001, and she has since not had any indexation whatsoever on her pension. The 99-year-old said she received no warning at all from the Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, that her pension was set to be frozen. The fact the government kept very quiet and calm was a big surprise to us, she added. As soon as I realised my pension was going to be indexed, I started writing to the people saying, "Please let us know. Why am I getting no pension? What is the actual policy behind the situation?" I got replies, but they all said either they were passing my letter on, or the government has no intention of making any changes at the moment. Had Puckridge remained in Britain, she would receive £169.50 weekly, but she instead receives £72.50. The veteran, who served in the Women's Royal Indian Naval Service, estimates she has lost approximately £60,000 over 23 years due to the lack of inflation uplift. She is among nearly 500,000 British pensioners affected by the frozen pension policy. The DWP defended its long-standing policy in a statement. "We are deeply proud of our veterans and their families for the contribution they make to our country," a spokesperson said. "We understand people move abroad for many reasons, and we provide clear information on how this can impact their finances in retirement, with the policy on the uprating of the UK state pension for recipients living overseas a long-standing one." Labour MP Tonia Antoniazzi called the policy indefensible, noting that uprating pensions going forward would cost approximately £50 million in the first year. Lastly, Prince Harry directly addressed speculation about his marriage to Meghan Markle during his appearance at the New York Times 2024 Dealbook Summit on Wednesday. The Duke of Sussex responded to questions from NYT columnist Andrew Ross Sorkin about public fascination with his relationship and why the couple attend separate events. Sorkin said, "I Google Newsed you, and there were people fascinated by everything you're doing all the time. They're fascinated by Meghan, who is in California right now, and you're here. And there's articles left and right about, why are you doing independent events? Why aren't you doing them together? Because you invited me, you should have known," Harry quipped, when asked about his solo appearance at the summit, whilst Meghan remained in California. The prince dismissed rumours about his relationship status with characteristic humour, citing multiple claims of divorces and house moves. Harry said, "Apparently we've bought or moved house 10-12 times. We've apparently divorced maybe 10-12 times as well. So it's just like, what?" The Duke of Sussex added, "It's hard to keep up with, but that's why you just sort of ignore it. The people I feel most sorry about are the trolls. Their hopes are just built, and it's like, yes, 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 and then it doesn't happen. So I feel sorry for them. Genuinely, I do." During the summit, the Duke of Sussex revealed that he and Meghan have no plans to return to the UK with their children, Archie and Lilibet. Harry emphasised his focus was on being the best husband and the best dad that I can be. He cited security concerns in Britain, stating there are things his children undoubtedly wouldn't be able to do in the UK. Harry and Meghan have pivoted to making solo public appearances and undertaking projects on their own, as they have moved away from a previous goal of achieving power couple status in 2024. The couple made separate public appearances in the US on Wednesday, with Meghan stepping out in California. The Duchess of Sussex attended the Paley Honours Gala in Beverly Hills, where she supported her friend Tyler Perry at the prestigious event. Whilst Prince Harry was notably absent from the proceedings, the couple were both listed as part of the tribute host committee chairs for the evening. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.